What is a good word, everybody? Tiger727 back with a VR for Eric over at the Card Closet. He just recently hit 750 subs, which is quite high. Very cool. Congrats to him for that. He's asking me do a VR about our moms and how they played a part in our collecting over the years, whether or not they agreed with it or not. Fortunately, my mom did. She understood the reasoning behind it. My mom's always been a baseball fan. She seems to have lost some interest in baseball in the last few years for whatever reason. Don't know if it's the game itself or just some of the stuff that MLB has done over the last 4 or 5 years. I'm not sure. But yeah, she definitely played a big part in my collecting, as did my dad. But my dad became more of a baseball fan because of my mom. And so some of the things that I remember, the earliest memory, and a couple of these, all these cards that I'm going to show, you've seen them in my other videos. But one of the first card shows I remember going to was when this guy was going to be a rookie, or was a rookie. And I remember going to my first card show ever, and really wanting this card. And I have two of them now. I think I might even have, I don't know, I might have a few more, but so I misplaced which one is actually the card that I picked up at that card show. I wish I did know. But this is the one I wanted. I think it was like for $4.50, which at that time for, I don't know, a 12-year-old or 13, however young I was at that point, seemed like a lot of money, obviously. And it was the only card that I got at the card show. And I remember the dealer or the seller there, he probably had 8 to 10 of these, and I wanted every one of them, but I only had enough money for this one. And I always cherished this card. My mom and dad took me to that card show, so she understood the reasoning behind it and the joy behind it, her being a Tiger fan as well. So this is a big part of the, every time I see this card, I do think of my mom. Well, I got a quick minute. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, for sure. And I remember going to another card store with my mom. My mom saw something on TV about this card, and she really wanted me to have one. And this is the one that we picked up at a card store. We happened to be going out of town that weekend. We stopped at a card store, and they happened to have, I think it was one. And this is the one. So I picked this one up. Cool Dion card. Very sought after back in the early 90s. Now I think it's worth about, I don't know, 20 cents maybe, or 75 cents, I don't know. But for me, it's sentimental value. It's not dollar value. And last but not least, I've shown this one before. Definitely a bigger value-wise, I guess. But the Satchel Paige. This is obviously a card that, in my opinion, every collector should have. Obviously, cost is an issue, but it's just one of those iconic cards that I think every collector should have in their collection. Obviously, some people probably don't want it because it's not how they collect, which is fine. But if you're into vintage at all or the history of the game, this is one of those cards that everybody should have. And this was found by a employee that worked with my parents, found in his basement, or I'm sorry, in his attic, and threw an offer at my parents. And I remember him coming to the house and my mom giving him the cash for this card. And she still asks me from time to time, do you still have that Satchel Paige? And I'm like, yes, Mom, I still have it. I have zero intentions of getting rid of this card. I will probably have to die for it to be put in somebody else's hands, if not my kids. So very happy to have this. It's a great, great image. And the card itself is in very good condition. If you look at it, it's hard to see, but if you hold it at the right angle, I might have to take it out of this top loader, which I'm not going to do, but sorry for the glare, but there is a crease, but it's so hard to see, and I don't even care that it's there, to be honest with you. I'm just very happy to have it, and every time I see these three cards, I think of my mom and what she's done in my, helped me out with my collection over the years. And something else, I didn't pull them out. I didn't pull out the binders, but I specifically remember getting the 84 and 85 top sets for my birthday one year. And those are still in my collection. Open binders on the shelf. I'm looking at them right now. So yeah, that's all I wanted to put out there. Eric, congrats again on 750. I always enjoy your channel. Anybody who's watching this, they already know about Eric and his channel, so I don't really need to give him a shout out or anything like that, but I will anyway. Fun channel, always fun to listen to. Red Sox fan, Lakers fan, Steelers fan. So he's kind of all over the board. But that's all I got. Hope everybody's doing well. We'll talk to you all later.